Hello everybody and welcome to the Worldwide Technology Raceway here in St. Louis for the 12th race of our 2024 NR2003 Craftsman Truck season. Corey Heim starts on pole alongside Nick Sanchez as we are green and underway here in Gateway. Who will bring home the victory here in the Midwest here? We will find out. Corey Heim on the inside, Nick Sanchez trying to take the race lead away here and find his way back to the second win of the season, trying to get the victory lane once again. Heim clear for the race lead. Ty Majeski clear into second. He needs to have a good run to make up all those points. The last couple of races, he's just been losing tons and tons of points to the cut line. This is a good start to the day. Right now running in second, trying to find a way by Corey Heim, who's leading this race, looking to get his 6th stage win of the season, which would be the most in the series. He already has 5 in the bank as he leads the way here on lap 2. Majeski second, Sanchez third. How about Chase Purdy running well in fourth as Eckes battles Lane Riggs for 5th position off into turn 1 and 2. But Heim wrapping that bottom through turn 1 and 2, holding the race lead as we look throughout the pack. Everyone seems to be keeping it clean and green, so we continue on just fine here in the Craftsman Truck Series. As we go on now down the front stretch, Majeski on the inside of Corey Heim on the outside. Heim trying to hold him off here. Majeski gives a shot at it on the inside lane, but does not have enough momentum. And Corey Heim retains the race lead out of turn 4. And Heim leads the way early here in Gateway. Now caution has come out, bringing us to a restart here on lap number 17. Majeski now in the lead on the front row alongside Nick Sanchez. Corey Heim and others pitted, so a lot of split strategy here. But Nick Sanchez leads us to the green here at Gateway, trying to get his first win of the season, as is Ty Majeski, who he and Sanchez already cleared for the race. A big trouble in the background. Trucks going the outside wall. That is Ty Dillon, Luke Fenhouse, Lane Riggs, Matt Crafton, and Taylor Gray. A 5-truck incident into the outside wall in turn 1 and 2. Crafton turns Lane Riggs, slams Ty Dillon into Fenhouse and Taylor Gray. They all get to the outside wall. Significant damage sustained by all of them. Caution comes out again here in Gateway for the second time today. Just 4 wide going in the corner. Crafton just clips Lane Riggs, bang, turns him right up there into the rookie of Fenhouse making his debut. See Salas got some damage there. Ty Dillon, Lane Riggs, Taylor Gray, bubble drivers. Same thing with Crafton. Could not afford to have an issue. Already having a problem getting in the wall in this wreck early. Saw Heim and Eckes there for their back in the back, trying to make their way forwards back into contention. But at the front is still Nick Sanchez leading over the 98 of Ty Majeski here midway through stage 1. Majeski had to lift right there, couldn't quite get him, and Sanchez leads the way here in Gateway. And now we move on to the last lap of stage 1 here in Gateway. Nick Sanchez still in the lead. Ty Majeski in second. Chase Purdy lurking in third position right there, trying to get by Majeski for second, who's trying to get a run to take this stage win away from Sanchez. Right to the back bumper goes Majeski. What will he do down the back stretch? He decides to stay behind Nick Sanchez, who holds him off going into 3 and 4. Sanchez covers off the bottom, Majeski's preferred line. Majeski goes a little bit higher, loses the back end of his truck, doesn't have the grip he needs to make the pass. As they come out of turn 4, Nick Sanchez will win stage 1 here in Gateway, his first stage win of the season. Majeski, Purdy, Eckes, and Rose the top 5, followed by Tanner Gray, Corey Heim, Enfinger, Daniel Dye, and Tyler Ankrum the top 10. So Nick Sanchez, your stage 1 winner here in St. Louis, beating Ty Majeski. Now here in stage 2, we see Vicente Salas in the 91 leading. For some pit strategy on the restart, but the 99 and Ben Rhodes on his outside trying to take the lead away. Rhodes, we know he needs a win. He's been below the cut line all season. He's had a rough season for the real-life defending champion. So Rhodes coming around the outside of Salas now, trying to take the lead away out of turn 4, and he will. Ben Rhodes to the lead here at Gateway in stage number 2. And behind us, there's big trouble. The truck's going to the water. Stewart Friesen upside down. Friesen barrel rolling down the front straightaway, end over end, continuous flips, a vicious crash as he gets slammed by Brett Holmes and Lane Riggs. Friesen gets launched up in the air, defying the laws of physics with definitely right there. He gets landed on his lid, and Friesen on his lid across the start-finish line. Then going down to turn 1, just starts barrel rolling in a just wild tumble for Friesen, who has just had no luck this season. He cannot catch a break. That's 2 races in a row. He is DNF'd with a vicious flip. As this wreck all started when Chase Purdy just comes up the track, turns Bailey Curry out of turn 4. They slam the inside wall. Curry spins Chase Purdy, who gets drilled by Friesen, and Holmes gets sent into him as Friesen's bumper gets squeezed into the wall, which gets him upside down. Lane Riggs piles into Holmes. Keith McGee gets damaged, and then Friesen just starts barrel rolling just side over side in a just tumultuous tumble of flips till he finally comes to rest on his lid. But he is done for the day, as is Brett Holmes, Lane Riggs, Chase Purdy, Bailey Curry. They're all pretty much done after this big pile up coming out of turn 4 in Gateway. Sends Stuart Friesen up and over. See there, he comes to a rest on his lid after a vicious crash. He just wants to get this season over with. More trouble into turn 1. That is the 1 of Colby Howard and the 5 of Dean Thompson who have crashed. So Dean Thompson just hooks Colby Howard, his own teammate, dumps him for no reason. Both trucks go crashing. And that's the second race that's happened as one caution as Ben Rhodes leads. And now on this restart, it's going to be Daniel Dye and Andres Perez de Lara on the front row in his debut in the Craftsman Truck Series. You see the long list of guys out: Lane Riggs, Brett Holmes, Chase Purdy, Friesen. So yeah, unfortunate for Friesen. He's had a horrible season. Just no luck for him. But at the front, how about this? Andres Perez de Lara leading the way in his first ever Craftsman Truck Series race here in Gateway for the Spire Motorsports number 7 truck. Daniel Dye running in second. Ty Majeski behind in third with 3 wide for position as Eckes fighting his way by Corey Heim right now. 2 of the main contenders duking it out for position. So Perez de Lara leading out of turn 4. Daniel Dye gets turned by Ty Majeski to the inside while he spins, and he collects Corey Heim. And now big trouble in Tanner Gray up in the air on top of Daniel Dye goes Tanner Gray. Was up and over the roof of Daniel Dye's truck in a huge crash in a wild turn of events. Spencer Boyd, among others involved in this. Luke Fenhouse collects big damage, but a huge crash once again down the front stretch. Just like Friesen, so this time Daniel Dye gets dumped by Majeski from second, spins out and damages the nose of Corey Heim, who then gets hit by Tanner Gray, who gets absolutely drilled by Luke Fenhouse and launched on top of Daniel Dye, and then careens to the back end of Ben Rhodes spun around there. Spencer Boyd has heavy damage. Just a wild turn of events here with some vicious crashes in Gateway as Andres Perez leads the field here in Gateway. Now we want to a caution here on lap 76. Corey Heim again involved in theirs. This time he hooks Timmy Hill. Into the wall they go. Timmy Hill and Heim both spin around. Seemed like Hill got the worst of it though. But still damage to Corey Heim, who's one of the favorites and top contenders in this race as Eckes leads. Now in this restart, the front row is Mason Massey and Vicente Salas as he get back underway. Lap 80, 16 to go in stage 2. Nick Sanchez on the inside, 3 wide, now 4 wide for the lead. There goes Nick Sanchez. What a move. 4 wide on the bottom, goes right by into the race lead, passing Salas and Massey. Enfinger now into second, but Nick Sanchez with the race lead, driving away late in stage 2. And now we on to the last lap of stage 2 here in Gateway. Nick Sanchez with the lead, looking to sweep the stages today in Gateway after some incredible moves, especially on that last restart, that 4 wide pass for the lead. He has been basically almost unstoppable today. Of course, Sanchez looking to sweep the stages. Of course, with his first 2 stage wins of the year, 2 playoff points to use on his impending playoff run if he can make it. Obviously, he's a bubble driver. Looking to make it way in on points, so he definitely needs to continue having good runs. He's out of turn 4 the final time in this stage. And Nick Sanchez will come to the start-finish line to win stage 2 and sweep the stages here in Gateway. What a performance. Grant Enfinger in second, Christian Eckes in third. How about Andres Perez in fourth, Ben Rhodes fifth, Raja Caruth in 6th, Ty Majeski 7th, Connor Mozak, last episode's winner, in 8th, Ankrum 9th, and Matt Crafton beats Corey Heim for the last stage point. So Nick Sanchez sweeps the stages here in Gateway. Now another caution coming later in the race with Spencer Boyd and Matt Mills have crashed into turn 3 on lap 111, bring out the caution flag. And now as Eckes leads the way in more trouble, that is Ty Majeski, smoke pouring out the back of the 98 again. He gets involved in a wreck. We catch after the wreck has already happened, Majeski's car is destroyed. His truck is destroyed. Heavy damage. Crafton, Perez, Rhodes, and Sanchez also all destroyed out of the race on pit lane. After a wild turn of events, Christian Eckes leads now. White flag in the air. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank here in Gateway. Christian Eckes looking to get his first win of the season and clinch his spot in the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs. Of course, joining Corey Heim, the 2 guys who are leading the points. No surprise here. He's just put his teammate Vicente Salas 1 lap down on the 91. But yeah, Sanchez, Rhodes and company from that last track all crashed out there. So now Christian Eckes Pulled away on the last couple of restarts, has a comfortable 3-second lead over Grant Enfinger and is cruising to victory lane here in Gateway. And that playoff spot has been calling his name all season long, and now he's finally going to win. Christian Eckes wins at Gateway, clinching his spot in the playoffs with his 4th career win. Grant Enfinger comes home in 2nd, a much-needed point save for him, and 3rd place, Raja Karuth, as Corey Heim beats Ankrum in the final corner for 4th. Ankrum comes home 5th. Timmy Hill comes home with a 6th place finish. Lawless Allen 7th. Mason Massey back-to-back top 10 finishes in 8th. 9th place Thad Moffitt, and Connor Mozak gets the win, follows it up with a 10th place finish here in Gateway. So Christian Eckes dominates the final stage, winning the Toyota 200 here in Gateway. His 4th career win, 1st on the season, punching his ticket into the playoffs, our 7th different winner in the regular season. Just 4 races remain until the playoffs. As we look at our updated race results here, of course, Christian Eckes gets the victory, locking up that playoff position. Grant Enfinger, Raja Karuth, 2 guys who came in 10th and 11th on the playoff grid, finished 2nd and 3rd. Huge point stays for them. Corey Himes survives a couple of wrecks to come home in 4th. Tyler Ankrum gets a solid top 5. Timmy Hill, Lawless Allen, Mason Massey, and Thad Moffitt have great days for those teams, all finishing inside the top 10. Then Connor Mozak gets back-to-back top 10 finishes, following up that win in Charlotte. Then, of course, see the rest of the grid there. The survivors, Spencer Boyd, another top 15. Keith McGee, Vicente Salas, solid runs. Of course, Ty Majeski crashes out in 18th. Crafton wrecks out in 19th. Andres Perez wrecks out in 20th. Same thing for Rhodes and Sanchez in 21st and 22nd. Then, of course, Friesen, Purdy, Riggs, Dye, Taylor Gray, Ty Dillon. All these guys who couldn't afford to have bad races had bad races. So we'll see how that shakes up the playoff grid. Of course, we'll know Eckes is clinched as we get the updated playoff grid. Only 4 races remain to the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs. Eckes, 7th different winner, locking up that playoff position. Then the 3 drivers in on points. Grant Enfinger sits 28 above the cut line. Nick Sanchez only 21 to the good. And then Matt Crafton, who once led the points, is now on the playoff bubble, just 4 points above Raja Karuth with 4 races to go. So Karuth within striking distance for sure. And Tanner Gray out by 28. Ty Majeski gains a little bit, but he's still out by 45 points. And Ben Rhodes on down. Definitely a must-win situation. 61 or more, so he's got to win. Ty Dillon, Lane Riggs, they all got to win down there. So a very interesting playoff grid shaping up here. Just 4 races to go. So until the next episode, we'll be at Nashville Super Speedway. I hope you all have a good one.